Welcome to the ATG Sports Guys podcast. We're bringing it to you. This is Jeff, JP, this is Tom, and Rico. And we got some topics here today. We're going to jump into the NFL matchups. We got 4 this weekend, big playoff games. We got to jump right into the Pats versus the Titans. What do you guys think? Anybody bold enough to take the Titans?
No way, Pats baby. What do you think?
Titans were down 21-3
Yeah.
and came back and won.
See, the thing is, what's tough about this is because, I don't think the Titans have any chance, right? But, they just beat the Chiefs, who I thought did have a chance. So, this is a shot in the dark. I'm afraid the Pats are going to get too lazy, but in all seriousness, I don't think it's going to be a
I'm
close
not worried
game.
about Marcus Mariota picking our defense apart throwing the ball, that's for sure.
What about Derrick
What I
Henry?
am worried about him running the ball and Derrick Henry running the ball. Because Marcus ran for 80 yards, 10 carries for 80 yards last week against
Yeah.
a solid Chiefs D. That's a good D.
Side note, ATG Sports will be there covering the game live.
Yes.
You get some live images, some videos.
That's right.
One thing I do think may be a factor in that game, I don't know how many snaps he's going to play, but James Harrison, I've heard this brought up before, that he has a tough time covering quick backs at his age, but he's still a big, bulky
Monster.
guy.
Monster.
And Derrick Henry, who's going to be their starter because DeMarco Murray's out, he's a big guy. That's his best thing that he does.
Not
but
quick.
he doesn't have a lot of
So
lateral
this could be
quickness.
a good game for James Harrison.
I think we see a couple tackles from
Yeah.
Harrison.
I
this
think
week.
Tom Brady will pick them apart, though. I don't even think
what we
that-
see from Derrick Henry, like you
like,
just said.
Are
he's
we
a
even expecting it to be a close game?
Titans
or-
defense
What's
is
your
pretty
prediction
terrible.
on the score here?
I think 15 to 20 point spread, honestly.
Yeah.
I think they can
2-3
score.
scores.
Let's go bold prediction. Let's go around the room here. This is our hometown team. Let's just make some choices on the score here. I say 35-17 Pats.
Yeah, that's about what I'm thinking too, honestly.
Yeah, like 28-13 or something.
I don't think they're going to score
Absurd.
35, so I think they'll probably just run out the clock at the end
Yeah.
of the game. Yeah, I think
28-13 is...
that's a good number.
I don't think the
28-13, I
Pats
like
can.
it.
I don't think the Pats will be defeated by Derrick Henry and Marcus Mariota.
I don't-
Their defense is not that great.
I don't
The Titans'
see.
D
I don't
is
see the
okay,
Titans.
but-
I don't see the Titans defense slowing down the Patriots,
No.
and then they're
I
going to
just-
try to play catch
I don't
up.
think-
Mariota
yeah.
can't throw. He's going to throw it
For
into
the
defense.
Titans to knock off somebody like the Patriots, they don't have that guy who has the it factor,
Exactly.
like a Tom Brady who could just take
Yeah.
over the game completely.
And the
It's
only
got to be a
reason-
perfect
yeah.
game on there
Yeah.
and a bad game from the
Derek
Patriots.
Randall stepped into the role because of an injured DeMarco
And
Murray.
Bill Belichick's
he did
not coming
great.
up with a bad game in a playoff
Yeah.
atmosphere. It's just
All right,
not
all right.
happening.
Next game. What do we got? We got Steelers and Jags.
This
Caleb,
is a good game.
What do you think, Caleb?
I'm gonna go with the upset on this one. I think the Jags. I mean, I don't know if it will actually happen. It's probably just me wanting it to happen.
No.
but
What?
Let's just get this off the table
Dude,
and say that
Steelers
the
are
Saturday games last week were the worst playoff
Oh
games
my
in the
God.
last decade.
Yeah, that was the
10
biggest
to
disappointment.
3?
Yeah.
Are
That-
you serious?
that was straight butt cheeks.
What is that? What are the Buffalo Bills doing in the playoffs? I'm sorry, Bills Mafia. You guys suck.
Well, see, this is my dilemma, right? Because before the playoffs started, I picked the Jags this week. But, could Blake Bortles have looked any worse last week? He
Awful.
didn't give me any confidence that they're going to win. The one thing that I do think of
One
is
thing
when
he's
the
got going
Steelers...
for him is his hot wife. That's about it.
Yeah,
Hey, that'll be in one of our
if she can do a dance
Stories
on the
soon.
side of the field, right? Distract Big Ben.
distract Big Ben. Hey, you know Big Ben's got a thing for sexual assault, right?
Yeah.
He
No.
can't keep his hands off what he likes.
All right, so Blake Bortles, he's going to sacrifice his wife for the win.
Yeah,
That's our
let's
prediction.
let's talk about this. Let's see. These are two feisty defenses. Jacksonville and Bills defense are very feisty defenses
Bills?
against the
You talking
run.
about last week?
Yes, against
Okay.
the run and against the pass. But how many times do we see Blake Bortles see an open receiver and still
Dude,
throw the
cough
ball
it up.
5 to
Oh,
8
yeah.
yards away? He makes an easy pass with no defender 5 yards away, turn into a diving play that
It's
his
literally
receiver
a,
has to make.
a simple dump play. and
Yes,
you're
a
not
dump
playing.
off
He
pass.
wasn't making those cross routes. He couldn't even
I'm
hit
like-
those. It was easy.
Is this an NFL quarterback?
No, I-
One thing I think is important to point out is that they did play earlier this year, and Big Ben had maybe his worst game as a pro.
Yeah.
He had 5 picks, pick 6. But I think they may have learned, don't throw against the Jags, and they
Yeah.
do have Le'Veon Bell.
And
so I
it's-
think that's
I
part of the
am
strategy.
very scared for the Pittsburgh Steelers on this case, in fact, here. There might be two of the best. This might be the better than the Broncos duo now at the corner position in Jacksonville. You have AJ
Bouye.
Bouye and you have Jalen Ramsey.
Jalen Ramsey's dirty.
Jalen Ramsey, I think, might be the best quarterback in the league now.
And Booyah led the league in interceptions
Yeah.
last year, right? Or year
Amazing,
before?
dude. And you saw him secure, and Jalen Ramsey got the secure.
And they got
INT
Malik
to finish the
Jackson.
game. Yes.
Yeah.
My thing
Dante
is
Fowler. This is
my thing is with
amazing
the
D.
game is it's hard for a great team to lose twice to another team, and Steelers already lost in the regular season, like you said. So are they really going to lose another one to them?
This is what I think. I'm kind of going with.
But
what
then
you're
again,
saying.
they've been
Yeah.
talking so much shit. Like the Steelers, I feel like Jags are pumped for this game. Like I'm more amped than this because the Steelers are already looking to the past. They're like
Yep.
totally disregarded the Jags.
In all seriousness, I think the Steelers are favorites. They have the playoff experience on their side. I mean, I think they have more talent on their side.
Definitely.
Not on the defensive end, but their offensive talent between Brown and Bell and the playoff experience of Big Ben, 2 Super Bowls. I think they're obviously, like, we all know that they're the better roster. But, like, I think the Jags have a serious shot to win this game.
Great
Definitely.
defense.
And if the Jags win, it's going to be an ugly game.
Yes.
It's gonna have to. They're going to have to hold the Steelers
Yeah.
because I don't think Blake Bortles can put those
It's
points
going to be on the
board.
Jags offense to fucking do something because we know their defense is going to hold up, and the Steelers to be shut down on the offensive end.
Okay,
Alright,
what do we got in?
Yeah, let's
what's
send
the
it
next
over to
game?
the NFC.
Okay.
Saints and Vikings.
Yep.
Oh my
Saints,
god,
like, that's a tough match.
Now, these are real games.
This is NFC is
that's-
real deal
I
right now.
think
yeah.
that's a barn burner right there. I think Saints take that in a high scoring game.
Really. Well, Minnesota has arguably
They're
the best
a great
defense in the league.
defense.
Yes.
Yeah. So, but dude, the Saints I feel like are feeling it.
Oh my
They-
God,
they're
Xavier
rolling.
Rhodes.
I like the Saints too.
Xavier Rhodes. Honestly, I said Jalen Ramsey previously before for Jacksonville's
Yeah.
best corner, but
I'm going.
Rhodes might be that's
was
a
shutting
1-2
down most
combo
people
right
this year,
there.
yeah.
Those are
I'm
1-2
going
in the
with a little
league.
history against the Vikings though, because no team has ever made it to the Super Bowl in their own stadium,
Yeah.
and the Super Bowl's at.
Stat.
Technically, they could win
Minnesota.
this one and lose the next, but
Yeah,
you know,
true.
I like the Saints. I think they're a great all-around team. We started out the year and they had a crap defense. They were giving up more points than any other team in the league.
Yep.
Since then, they've locked it down. They added better defense players in the offseason.
Rookie
and it showed.
Marshawn Lattimore, great
It showed.
corner.
It showed. And it's not Drew Brees this year, right? It's not Drew Brees. It's Mark Ingram and it's Alvin Kamara. And if that fails, then you have Drew Brees, who's one of the best passers of all time. But this is why I think it's not probably going to be a huge scoring game. If you're depending that much on the running game, it eats a lot of clock. I think the Saints win, but I think it's probably a one-score game in my
Okay.
opinion.
I got Saints too.
My
Who you
final
got?
thoughts about this game right here. Last week, let's put it plain and simple. Carolina had 2 choices. This is what happens when you play against the Saints. You can either try and shut down Drew Brees' pass game, or you can try and shut down the running back duo in Ingram and Kamara. Last week, Carolina tried
And
to take
Drew
away the run
Brees
offense.
ripped them apart.
They tried to take away the run. They stuffed the line of scrimmage. They brought all the men up front, and this was let Drew Brees pick apart their secondary, and we saw that. Now, what are we going to see this week
Yeah.
from the Vikings? Are they going to try and stop the pass? I think they should try and stop
What-
the
what are
pass.
we
If
gonna-
they stop
And-
the pass, then you got the the
you got
best
two
running
of the-
combo in the league.
I
Well,
think
great
that's what you
point.
got to go with,
Also-
though. The
also-
2009 MVP, Drew Brees.
What are we gonna see
Oh.
out of Case Keenum too? I mean,
Isn't it hard to trust him? But like he's had a great year. Yeah.
MVP candidate apparently.
Supposedly he's an MVP candidate. I know it's hard to believe. He is 29. I thought he was older than that. He's 29. He's having a great year. He had a good collegiate career, but like he's been a career backup on bad teams. It's hard to buy into him going in and beating Drew Brees, even though they are at home. Let's point that out. They're at home. They got a great defense. It's not him that's going to beat him. Probably it's really their defense if it happens. But I like the Saints.
Okay.
What's the other game? We got
Oh,
Eagles and Falcons.
Eagles,
Eagles.
Falcons. I think Falcons win that.
Oh
one.
I know.
my gosh! So
Like
you're
everyone
losing
said-
your MVP candidate of the NFL in Carson Wentz,
Yeah,
and you're bringing in Nick Foles, who 3 years
I-
ago, 2 or 3
not
years
the
ago, went
same-
8-0.
not the same team without Carson Wentz.
I want to see the great story of Nick Foles coming in after failing. What was he on the Rams? Right, he failed. He got the big contract, got the shot.
He was
failed.
pretty hyped.
Yeah, because he did so well in the Eagles last time. I'd love to see him come in there and just take it all away. But I don't think that's gonna happen. I can't see it.
We saw Matt Ryan start to come back to himself last week.
I would love to see
saw
a
Julio
rematch though in
Jones.
the Super
Oh.
Bowl, though, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Last year's Super Bowl was one of the best
Yeah.
games I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
I would love to see that matchup. Okay, so
Tough,
take
but,
it.
but
take
we
it-
also got the Eagles D though. We can't forget about the Eagles D.
I know
and
we're
special
kind of
teams.
shutting down the Eagles like they're just a Carson Wentz team. That's not
Yeah,
the case.
that's
They're a
true.
great all around
Oh my
team.
gosh.
But it
Their
feels like the
secondary-
Falcons are rolling now. Take this further. Okay, what do you
Well,
guys
Julio
think?
Jones is finally getting back
He's
to
doing
himself.
stuff. He didn't get many touchdowns this year. It's kind of weird the way that they ran their offense.
Well,
but
he was on and off. I feel like injury wise.
That's true.
Eagles secondary's healthy now.
Let's take this further. Okay, now we know what we picked this game. Who do we have going to the Super Bowl? Mine, I think it's going to be the Patriots beating whoever it is. Probably, I think they're going to beat Jacksonville, and I think that the Saints win this round, and then they beat the Falcons. They go in and to go to the Super Bowl, face Tom Brady, Drew Brees, one of the matchups we've been waiting for. Two of the best quarterbacks of all time. I'd love to see that. I think that's what's going to happen.
Yeah, I would love to see the Pats Saints. I honestly think that'd probably be my pick for either Pats Saints or Pats Falcons.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I agree.
I think the Eagles have a really good shot at beating the Falcons. I don't want to put that down.
Yeah, me too.
But I'm just saying that game is going to be irrelevant because Drew Brees has been there, done that before. He has some of the best pieces he's ever had in his career.
Drew Brees or Matt Ryan?
Drew Brees. I said that game I think is going to be
Oh,
irrelevant
yeah.
when it comes down to NFC. I think Drew Brees brings
I
the
feel
team to the
like
Super
now
Bowl.
that one I feel like
The
will
Patriots
be
face
a high scoring game if they
Patriots
face Saints
Saints.
Falcons.
Saints Falcons, I agree.
Oh my god,
that's going to be a
that could be a
barn
shootout. Yeah. Okay. You want to shift the subject now?
Yeah, let's
other NFL news. You want to hit? John Gruden just got signed to a 10-year, $100 million contract. What do you guys think about that one?
I think that he'll probably be the coach for 4 or 5 years, and they'll be paying him for 6 that he's not coaching. How many coaches stick around for 10 years? What you got? You got Bill Belichick, you got Todd Bowles, right? And then who else has been coaching for 10 years?
I think 10 years is a bit absurd.
Mike Tomlin, maybe.
That's Mike Tomlin. That's what I meant, not Todd Bowles. So I mean, like, they're probably overpaying him, and they know that they're probably gonna have to cut him and pay him at some point. They're trying to build this culture. He was a great coach for him before.
Tell him what happened back in the old day.
Well,
Tell him what happened.
The Tuck rule happened, and they lost to Tom Brady.
What happened next year after that?
And then they
That
traded.
son of a gun.
They got rid of Gruden. He went to Tampa Bay. Raiders fans were on a roll. This was the Raiders at the highest point. They met Tampa Bay with John Gruden in the Super Bowl, and they lost to him.
That's
But Gruden,
fucked.
Gruden said in this press conference he never wanted to leave. He wants to be back, and I think they're going to improve next year. I mean, they had a bad year uncharacteristically compared to what their year was before. I think they're going to be a good team, but there's no way he sticks around for 10 years.
I
Right?
don't think so either.
Yeah,
I
we're
mean,
talking about coaches here. Oh,
yeah, going off the head coaches, bringing in, we had a poll on Twitter, which actually came down to 50-50 between the fans. We asked who was more valuable to their team as a head coach. Is it Nick Saban or Bill Belichick?
That's tough.
And that's a tough one right there.
5 Super Bowls versus 5 NCAA championships.
He just won his 6th.
That was 6.
He's
yeah.
won 5 out of the last 9.
5 out of the last
It's
9.
crazy.
That's a
5
dynasty
Super
right
Bowls.
there.
But I mean, at the end of the day, a Super Bowl definitely means a lot more than
Yeah.
an NCAA championship.
What's
But-
tough here is, like, if Saban left, right, they wouldn't get the same players. They
yeah.
wouldn't be able to recruit, so you can never know.
But then if Bill Belichick left, they might not even. I don't know.
I think a John Saban is very comparable to
John Saban.
John.
Oh my bad, Nick Saban.
Is that his dad?
No, my bad. This
Dad
fucker,
coach,
John.
I'm not sure.
This fucker, John Saban, went to Coney.
So what are you saying
Nick
about
Saban,
Nick Saban?
is very comparable to
John.
Calipari at Kentucky.
Yeah.
Where
Okay.
because of the name, he gets every single top prospect he wants. Every
I agree.
year.
I agree.
So
So does that mean you think Belichick is more valuable to
Yes.
his team? I think so too.
Yeah, yes.
It's tough. It's tough, but I think so.
two different levels. One's
Okay, let's say if
professional level versus collegiate level.
if Saban was in this situation with the Patriots, would they be as good?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either. It's tough because he didn't build this. It's really hard hypothetical, but I would have to go with Belichick. It's a tough call.
Yeah.
Though. All right, what about the other coaches that may be coming in? Matt Patricia.
Good point.
He may be going to the Giants. They're looking at him around the league.
I think,
How does this bring a blow to New England?
Does it?
I think it does.
reintroduce the rivalry, or-
McDaniels and
okay.
Patricia have been coaching staff with this organization
Okay,
for many years now.
McDaniels left. McDaniels left, and I think, where did he go? Denver?
Came back.
And he failed, and he came back. He didn't have the best roster. I think he
Patricia's
Tim
had
Tebow
other
at the
options to
time.
leave too, though. They've
What-
had the
okay,
options.
Was,
to
What
leave.
was
had
McDaniels in Denver when Tebow was there?
Yeah, McDaniels, that was,
Tebow saved him for that.
yeah, yeah. So I don't know who made who. McDaniels made Tebow, or Tebow made McDaniels. But like that's what makes me think.
R.I.P.
Who knows
Tim
how
Tebow,
good these
NFL.
assistant coaches really are? If it's mostly Belichick, I mean, they've been great coaches. Matt Patricia's he's like a rocket scientist or something,
Defensive
right?
specialists on that team.
But like the defense has been ripped apart this year.
But
So,
think about it this way.
you think
The
that's more
Patriots
personnel though?
It might be because the Patriots are always ripped in the regular season for their defense. But what happens every
They win the
playoff
Super Bowl.
run?
Yeah.
Their defense ends up stepping up.
Honestly, if he goes to the Giants and he gets his shot, I would be really happy for him. He's done a great service to
Yeah.
New England. I hope it works out for both of them. Where's McDaniels going?
Think about the personnel also that Patricia's had. Who do we have as pass rushers this year?
Yeah, there's no.
We have zero
Yeah, Dante
pass
Hightower,
rushers.
and he's gone.
Yeah.
Do you think that the Browns will be looking at either of them?
I think they're gonna try,
Yeah.
right? They gotta. Well,
Oh.
they're saying that they're sticking with Hugh Jackson, but like,
Probably
what is
'cause
his
they suck
record?
so bad
What's
that
his
they're-
record? Is he 1-31
They've
in 2
got-
years?
they've
The
got
worst
rid
record
of-
of all time. But of course, let's keep Hugh Jackson.
They've gotten rid of everyone else in the coaching staff and higher up and left him in.
Question of the day: who's making it to the playoffs first, the Browns or the Nets?
Nets in the NBA. Oh,
Or the Browns.
I got-
Holy shit.
I think I gotta say the Nets because at least they have.
But they don't have
Dan-
any picks.
That's true.
Oh,
they
they
have
can't
D'Angelo
build.
Russell, who's like a
They
solid
can't
player.
build.
0-32 Browns versus the Nets.
Okay,
Wow.
It would take one good. Would it take like if a really like a superstar all-star went to one of these teams? Which one would have a better chance? I mean, the Nets. It's only 5 people on the court at once. If one person was stupid enough to
Yeah.
go to the Nets, they
They
could
could-
probably make.
well-
I don't know. Finals. That's tough. Finals is tough. Neither team has any pieces for an NBA Finals run, so I would have to go with the Nets. What do you guys think?
I don't know what the Browns even do next year. They
I
have
think-
they have 2
I
first
think the
round
Nets
picks.
would make the playoffs before the Browns, just because the Browns have proven they have no idea how to draft.
They have no idea. They have 2 first round picks coming up next year. What do we see them getting again?
Do you think they're taking the quarterback?
I don't know. They already have Kaiser and
They got-
Kirk Cousins.
Kaiser. Is
Kirk
that a
Cousins.
big win?
No, Kirk Cousins said he wouldn't mind playing there just a couple days ago.
Okay, that they should probably sign him if he's like,
Get
thinking
someone
that.
who's already
before he
someone-
comes down from
someone
that
who's
high.
already proven.
Get
yeah.
someone that's proven in the NFL, Browns. Do
I
something
just
like you
keep-
did. Get Miles
keep
Garrett.
drafting
Get
on
someone else
defense.
like Miles Garrett.
Build, build your defense
Yes.
and then just sign
Get
somebody
some
who's
corners.
proven.
You know what?
for
You
that.
know
You
what?
already let Joe Hayden go. Get
You know
some
what?
more
We've
secondary
learned a lesson
players.
this year, Browns. If your defense is dominant enough, you can win with Blake Bortles. Right?
Great
Yeah.
case in point right
Yeah,
there.
okay. What's our next topic
Oh.
here? MVP race? You got
Before we
something
shift to the MVP race, I want to bring up one more point that we see in the NFL now that coaching does a huge factor. Who does Jimmy G have as a coach now that Matt Ryan had on the Super Bowl run last year? The head coach.
What?
Last year, the offensive coordinator for the Falcons is now the head coach of the 49ers.
Oh, really?
And he is what brought the success to Matt Ryan.
Sarkisian?
You see Matt Ryan have struggles at the beginning of the year and throughout the year, and now he's just coming into shape. And then what do you see happen to Jimmy G as
No,
soon as he goes over
Great
there?
example of coaching is what Sean McVay on the Rams. He came in last year. The Rams with Jeff Fisher. They had Case Keenum, who looked like garbage. They brought in the number 1 pick, Jared Goff, looked like garbage. He leaves, and Sean McVay comes in
Thing-
and makes him look. Maybe that's more of an insult to Jeff
I'm
Fisher.
still not convinced Garoppolo's for real. I mean, come on. Colin Kaepernick, when he was a huge deal, had the same amount of time, and then he was given this huge contract, and then went straight cheeks on us all.
What does this remind me of? Brock Osweiler.
Yeah, right?
Where is he now? He got traded.
Wait, but isn't he worth $17 million a year on the Browns?
Yeah, right.
Fuck the NFL.
I think before we judge
God.
that past trade, you gotta wait a couple of years to see what Garoppolo really is.
Tom,
All right.
if you toss a banana up the air, I can fucking slice it while it's in the air.
you
Give me
really?
$15 million a year.
Ninja Warrior over here.
All right, MVP race. I think Tom Brady's the favorite.
TV12,
Right,
baby.
but they
never
it seems
give it
like
to
the
him.
NFL will use any excuse not to give it to him.
It's like MJ. MJ should have won MVP every year.
Yeah, he
but
should
they
have
just
10
get,
MVPs.
They just get bored of giving it to him because
They're like, no, we'll give it to someone else. We'll spread the love. Tom Brady only has 2 MVPs. Peyton Manning has 5. That's a crime. Come on, give him the MVP.
yeah,
But
Peyton
if-
Manning threw ducks and he
Who
got
is your second favorite after him? They're talking about Todd
Todd
Gurley.
Gurley.
They're talking about Case Keenum. People are.
Case
I mean,
Keenum.
I know. That's what they're saying. They'll do anything to give it to anybody but Tom Brady. I mean, Carson Wentz made a great campaign. He got
Yeah,
injured with
but
3
yeah.
games left. I mean, he missed 3 games. Is that big enough? Is that big?
Well, I mean, Tom Brady missed 4 and you couldn't get it last year.
That's true. So, consensus: Tom Brady.
Yeah, Tom Brady, I think is if he doesn't get it this year, I don't.
He's 40 years old. Look what he's doing at 40 years old. It's amazing. All
Led
right.
the league in pass yards.
NBA.
Second in
Yeah, you guys want
QBR.
to switch it to the NBA action?
Let's bring it. Bring the heat.
Well, while we were just talking about MVP for NFL, what about for NBA?
Okay, I saw NBA.com put Kevin Durant as their number 1 candidate right now. What what is the big deal about what Kevin Durant's doing right now? They're 34-9, but like a couple years ago they were 73-9 when he wasn't even on the team. This team's a great team. I don't think you can look at the team record. You look at, I know Steph Curry's missed a few games, but his stats are better across the board. I don't think he's MVP either, honestly. But
I think, this could be a biased Celtics opinion, but I think Kyrie's the most valuable to his team right now.
I
And
think you gotta
if the
consider-
award is most valuable,
yeah.
then I think Kyrie is the.
See, this is the thing. Kyrie, I think, to me, has stood out as the best player this year, most impactful to this organization.
Yeah.
But the thing is, people are going to look at the stats and they're going to be like, oh, he scores 24 and James Harden
But the
scores
thing is-
28, and they're going to
thing is, I
blow
feel-
the stats. That's what they vote for.
I hate that. But
I hate it
because I
too.
feel like Kyrie, if he wanted to, could score like 40.
I thought he would come in and drop 27, 28, but he's been a
But
big
he's-
team
JP
player.
He's
JP?
actually, he's being more of a. He's proving to everyone he can be a team player.
Let's put this out there that JP is a Lakers fan. So for him to go out on a limb and say that a Celtics player should be MVP, that says something. That really says something.
I appreciate it. I try to be unbiased. We're unbiased media here.
I just want to bring that out. It's all
Caleb,
on
who
the
do you
table
think?
now.
You didn't chime in. Who do you think?
I hate doing this mid-season because
I know it's
I
hard.
know something at the end of the season. I love the development of Greek Freak.
Yeah.
I love the young player
I
in
don't think
Porzingis.
the Bucks
I
are
love
good enough though. For
Kyrie Irving.
What would it take? Okay, here's one thing. What would it take? What seed would the Bucks have to be in? Would they have to be 4? Would they have to be 3 for him to win? Because there's feasibly they could be in the top 4 seed.
What was the Thunder last year? 7, and Westbrook won MVP.
But everybody loves the stats.
Yeah.
They put up the triple double. He's putting up great stats this year.
Hashtag stat
40 or
chaser.
50 triple doubles.
If he got the 4th seed and nobody really stood out like the way it's been going on right now, I think he has.
Yeah, because I don't think they'd be a playoff team without him. If,
No way, no.
Russ is still in my MVP contention
But
this
he's
year.
just a stat chaser though. He's a stat
I-
chaser. Remember when he yelled at his teammate for stealing his rebound?
don't like Russell.
It's a bad
Even
fight.
if he is a stat chaser, though,
You're talking
name
about
someone-
Russ. You're talking about Russ. You know what Oklahoma City's record is right now?
20 and 17.
No,
they're 22
They might not
and 20
even
now.
make
They've
the
lost 3 in a row.
playoffs. They might not even make.
They
the
are
playoffs.
like a
They're
game.
in the 5 seed last time I checked.
They've lost 3 games in a row. They're like a game and a half ahead of the
But
9
before
spot.
that, they were in 10-3.
Okay.
They were on 10-3 streak.
Okay, but there is a legitimate shot they could be an 8 seed or maybe miss the playoffs at this point. I don't think that's going to happen, but it's kind of crazy to think about with that roster, with what's around Westbrook.
Yeah.
I think he should have succeeded more. All right, what's next? Harden versus Westbrook. Okay. We just talked about Westbrook a little bit, chasing stats.
Yeah.
Harden does a lot of the same. Neither of us really think either of them are going to win an NBA championship. Right?
Yeah, I think the reason KD left was because of what we just said.
Well, Caleb, what happened in 2012 when James Harden made it to the championship?
James Harden's only chance at a finals, and he goes 0 of 11 from the field.
Yeah.
With the big 3 of him, KD.
You know what I see when
Westbrook.
Harden makes the playoffs? Like, they play a couple good rounds, and then, like, the last game he ever plays every year, he's the worst player on the floor.
Garbage.
What
What do we see?
He had a game in the playoffs. The last game that they got knocked out, 2 for 12 with 11 turnovers.
Does it get any worse in an elimination game?
I don't think so.
Let's talk about this one. Let's talk about Josh Smith. Let's say Josh Smith. No, let's say it one more time. Josh Smith.
What team's he on right now? He's not in the league. That was 2 years ago.
He brought this team back from a 20-plus point deficit.
James Harden was
James
on the
Harden
bench.
on the bench.
They were about to be eliminated against the Clippers.
Was this
2
the
years
Western
ago.
Conference?
It was the going into the conference
Going
finals.
into the
It was
conference
the
finals.
second round. It
Winner
was
goes
game
on to play
6.
Golden State.
Yeah, it was game 6, and Houston
Benched
already
Harden
given
in the
up.
4th because
Yeah.
they thought the game's over. And Josh Smith brings the team back on his back.
Yeah.
Wait, who is it?
Josh Smith! Where is he now? He brought the team back. Where's the leader in James Harden? They're talking about MVP. Shut up, ESPN. Shut up, Bleacher Report. Wait till the playoffs and then evaluate James Harden's talent. The guy gets 12 free throws a game at the stretch.
No, seriously, this is how Harden plays. Okay, what he
Oh
does
my
is he
gosh.
runs in the lane, he falls over, right? And he does that 2 or 3 times. And
That's
then,
half his point.
And then everybody else backs up, and then he's able to shoot the 3. All right, we both agree they suck.
Yeah.
All right,
So
let's
while we're
move on.
talking about a little bust action, what do we want to get into the NBA bus?
Biggest bust of all
Yeah.
time, or in the recent years?
I say recent years. What do you guys think?
Ooh, I gotta think off the top of my head of Jaleel Okafor, who, as a Laker fan, I was like, maybe he comes to the Lakers. Maybe he's like your next great center. He goes to Philly, gets in 2 street fights that people videoed.
The Hood love him. The Hood love him.
Yeah.
Also, shout out to Anthony Bennett, the Portland Red Claw.
Yeah, Anthony Bennett, we'd love to get you on
Yeah,
this
if you're
podcast.
listening to-
Yo, we can
Uh,
actually go watch him sometime, guys. He's
Anthony-
like 20 minutes away.
Well,
right
Anthony,
now.
we're-
Why would we want to do that?
Anthony, we're intentionally not directly saying that you suck, just so we can talk to you.
It's all right, dude. John Calipari probably gave you plenty of blowjobs back in the day.
John Calipari, he didn't go to Kentucky. That's all right. Let's just roll on from that.
Where did he
Okay.
go? USC? Or where did
No, he went to UNLV.
UNLV.
Okay.
Oh,
To be fair to
my
Anthony
bad.
Bennett, to be fair to
My
Anthony
bad,
Bennett,
Calipari.
to be fair to Anthony Bennett, nobody thought he would be the number 1 pick except for the Cavs. They were
Yeah.
just like, let's be bold. This
Send
is the
it.
guy nobody else is looking at.
Full send.
There's a reason, all right? If he was a 2nd-round pick, nobody'd be shitting on him right now, right? Okay.
You also got to put Michael Carter Williams there. He won the Rookie of the Year and then what? Just fell off the face of the earth after?
Yeah, he got
Literally.
traded and he shot like 20%
Literally,
of the
he
field.
was the edge of the earth. He just walked.
Oh, wait.
Face
Gone.
plant.
That's what Kyrie
Face
thinks,
plant.
right? That's what...
Yeah. Yeah, we should ask him.
Walked right
about
off of
that.
Kyrie's edge.
I think Draymond backed him up on that one too. Jeez.
What about Mr. Austin Rivers? He gets some attention. He still gets some playing time.
Dad
Is
wasn't
that just
co-
because Daddy?
If Dad was not coaching him, Father Time was over. He would be over.
All right, fair enough, fair enough. Well, anybody else? Derek Williams?
Well, Kid Gilchrist, definitely. I think.
Oh,
did-
Kid Gilchrist.
Didn't live up to his hype.
Kid Gilchrist is the guy that came out and said, he's a winner. His intangibles, his defense. That shot will come.
He was
This is-
athletic as shit, and
this
then he
is the
just
thing.
never did.
This is the thing.
His
A lot of
shot
guys,
was cheeks.
a lot of guys' shots come, but guess what? It doesn't always come. You can't just assume the shot is going to come around eventually because it doesn't always happen.
That's what everyone worries about with Giannis.
Yeah, Lonzo Ball, Giannis, Ben Simmons, all of them. We're just assuming they're going to
Lonzo
make it.
shoots
at some
from the
point.
left side of his head, so I mean.
But I mean, Ben Simmons doesn't even try to shoot.
yeah,
it.
because he knows he will miss.
I know. Maybe that's smart on his part. All right,
Do
what
we
else
want
we got?
to? Do we want to end it on the fight or flight?
Okay, so we brought out this interesting little segment we want to bring to you called Fight or Flight. Now, one of you guys want to explain how this works?
I think that'd be you.
Okay. I guess
This is kind of Rico's thing.
I guess I'll talk about this. All right, so we got Fight or Flight here. We made an NBA fight card. We made an NFL fight card. We want to just go through the season. We put together the best matchups that we thought would be happen in real
There's
life.
been a lot of fights lately. We're kind of
Yeah, we just want to make it. We wanted to make some fun with it.
we're bringing
So-
that into the octagon. all right?
Yeah, we got the NBA fight card first. We'll give you the undercards, then we'll give you the main event. For the undercards, we got this is a really soft matchup: Lonzo Ball versus Patrick Beverly. 2 guys under 170 pounds going
Honestly, I
at it.
think I would take Beverly.
Beverly, the flopping scrapper,
Okay.
versus Big
I
Ball.
feel like
Lonzo just walks away from fights.
I feel like you could hit up Beverly, hit him right upside the head, and
I
you wouldn't
think-
feel pain, and he'd just.
Here's the thing. What I think would happen, right? Lonzo starts to see the fight, starts to walk away. Beverly, I don't think he has any shame. He'll just hit him in the back of the head, knock him out, right?
You know who Beverly is? That guy you knocked the beer off at Pearl. Dude. And you offered
Then when
to buy
you go
his
out,
drink.
you go out for and buy a beer.
He didn't
Beverly,
want. Beverly doesn't want your pity drink. Dude.
I think Beverly is like Beverly's just like Adam Sandler and Waterboy, right? Nobody's looking for a fight by him. He pretends that other people are mad at him
Yeah,
just to get mad.
no
right?
reason.
What's our next one?
Okay, that's the second one. We got Mario Chalmers versus James Harden. So a little background history: Mario Chalmers actually grew up in Alaska.
Yeah, I
so he
take
actually
Chalmers.
has a little bit of tough roots in him,
Yeah,
living
yeah.
up there. And I mean, what do we? The beard is soft. He
Okay,
flops.
if you shave that beard, how scrawny does he look?
Dude,
right?
oh my God, James Harden's so soft.
Okay,
I don't
remember
know.
that
That's a
time he
tough
kicked
one. I
LeBron
don't know
James
who
in
I'd
the
take.
balls?
I don't know who I'd taken that one.
Okay, so if
Chalmers is undersized.
if,
against
He
if
is
balls
a little
if
undersized.
balls kicking is okay, maybe Harden gets it. Other than that, I'm not sure
No,
what he
balls.
does.
That doesn't come into play until Taekwondo at Germany.
Okay, that's
Yes, we got that coming up. We got that coming up. All right,
I think
let's get to that one.
Harden just falls over. That's the end of the
Okay.
fight.
Next one: Draymond Green versus Bradley Beal.
All right, Taekwondo, right?
I'm
Right in the dick.
I'm taking the Taekwondo master in that one, dude. He's
Versus the St. Louis native and the University of Florida.
He's going with the spinning wheel kick on
Okay.
that.
You know if Draymond can't, if they block the nuts, what's his next move? Slap in the
Yeah.
face, just like he slapped that fan in the face of the bar.
Yeah, I
he's
don't
got
think-
these 2 moves. They're unstoppable.
Bradley Beal, I'm sorry, you don't have a chance in this
And
one.
then he'll just post a selfie that nobody.
Okay,
will.
this next one's interesting.
Snapchat. I mean,
This next one's interesting. So we got a round here where the winner goes on to the main card. So actually, we got LaMarcus Aldridge warmed up Ibaka, and then this warmed Ibaka up to fight James Johnson
James the man
in the main
Johnson.
event.
Let's
the
do a
main
little-
event.
let's do a little background
on
versus
this.
James Johnson.
A little
We're gonna let
backstory.
Tommy go into this backstory.
A little backstory on James Johnson is there's a story circulating. Apparently, how he grew up was his dad would take care of things in the octagon, I guess, and his big brother was talking some shit, and so he's like, "All right, well, let's put the gloves on, we can battle it out." The big brother goes to bow down to the father, and next thing you know, he gets an uppercut right in the face and knocks
Oh
him
my
out.
god!
Basically, James
Lights
Johnson was raised by LeVar Ball.
Yeah, basically, I don't know, but
You're gonna learn today, son.
so we think James Johnson might be the
yeah,
MVP of the.
The Congo might be overpowered.
He's got
in this
some
battle
mixed
here.
martial arts in
Yeah.
him, so I mean.
All right, NFL. What we got over there?
Okay, so
Bunch
now
of
we got
wide
the NFL
receivers.
fight card on the other side. We got NFL. Let's start off with the undercard here. We got Marshawn Lynch versus the ref. What do we think here?
Hey, those refs are in pretty good shape.
Marshawn sprinting out there for Compton, doing it for Compton, gives the ref a bump.
You know,
All the ref has is a flag.
the ref's not allowed to hit back, right?
Right, flags are powerful though.
The
15
question
yards.
is, before the fight, did Marshawn Lynch eat Skittles?
I was about to say
Okay,
Yeah,
Skittles,
Skittles
Skittles
intake.
before Marshawn Lynch. No Skittles,
No Skittles,
ref.
ref.
Yeah,
Definitely.
okay, that's the point right there.
Second fight here.
I
Okay,
said the same thing.
we got the rookie Marshawn Lattimore pushes Jameis Winston. Then out of nowhere, 6'5", 240-pound Mike Evans fucking tackles him like a
That's
bear.
kind of a cheap
Out of
shot, right?
nowhere.
Yeah.
that was a
That was
total
a cheap shot.
Yeah.
And Marshawn Lattimore is a fast guy. He's 4'4". I mean, he's probably got 4'4" speed. He might be able to give Mike.
So he
Evans
can
a-
run away from the fight? Is that
Yeah,
what-
he's going to be quicker than Mike Evans, but Mike Evans is a beast. So
See, I don't know.
he
If
can
anybody
put that
goes
one
at
on
a cheap shot, I don't have any confidence
Yeah.
in them in a fight, right?
yeah, I think Mike Evans is a little bit of a
Yeah.
pussy.
Okay.
Okay. Next one, we got. Oh man, I feel bad for this fan if this ever happened. Quentin Jefferson, 6'4", 290, versus the poor Jacksonville fan that threw their water at him.
Dude, that guy might just
Quint-
pick him up and throw him across the whole stadium.
They are lucky that there was some personnel there to hold Quentin back because he was about to reach up in the stands and throw this guy to Paluto.
Oh my god.
For real.
Oh wait. What about Rodney Hood in the random fan's phone?
Yeah.
Rodney Hood versus iPhone.
iPhone's pretty powerful these days.
Dude, what did it have for a phone case?
I don't know.
though?
Is the battery fully charged on it?
Okay.
Shout out to Apple.
Last undercard, we got AJ Green versus Jalen Ramsey. Now this was a straight
I'm
up
taking
brawl.
Ramsey all day.
Wow,
Ramsey.
Jalen Ramsey. I think we all gotta go here.
Yeah, he's a
AJ
beast,
Green's that
man.
guy that thinks he's so tough. Is like,
Dude,
he literally
he's
looks like a twig
he's
out
like
there.
Kevin Durant in a
Yeah.
football uniform.
Okay, the main event we've all been waiting for in the NFL: Michael Crabtree, the Chain, versus Aqib Talib.
That's a
I think
Okay,
we gotta
so-
respect the Chain here,
What,
hands down.
big question here. Does Talib have a gun on him to shoot himself in the leg? Because if that happens, he's got a real uphill battle, right?
That's true. You know what? Yeah, I'm going with you. I'm going with Akeem Talib is going to win this one. I don't think Crabtree has a chance. If
Unless
they're
he
both
shoots
standing
himself
up.
in the
Unless
leg.
he shoots
Yeah,
himself.
okay. Fair
Because
enough.
let's just go through Akeem Talib. I did a little background research on this guy's history. He's an animal. Tough streets of Dallas, Texas, growing up. Now a Compton rep. Playing for the Raiders. In 2009, Talib was arrested and charged in Florida with simple battery, resisting arrest from a taxi driver. NFL suspended in 1 game. Inducted on a charge of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon in domestic dispute in Dallas. Charge dismissed. Then he shoots himself in the leg. Talib.
Savage.
All right, so he wins that. So bringing up the octagon, you got something to tell us, Caleb?
Okay, so this weekend after Tom is going to be supporting the Patriots in Gillette.
Yes, we gotta even.
The weekend after this, on 120, I will be reporting live from the Garden in Boston for UFC 220.
Yes, sir.
Who we got fighting in that one?
We got a heavyweight bout here. We got Stipe Miocic versus Frank Ngannou. This is a heavyweight bout. If Stipe wins, it'll be the first heavyweight in UFC history to defend his belt 3 times.
Wow.
It's never been done before. Okay. We also have who I call a bitch and not the true champion in the light heavyweight title, Daniel Cormier, going against... How the fuck do you say this guy's name again?
Oh, the vodka
Vulcan?
guy?
Is it Vulcan something?
Vulcan Vodka.
Ozdemir?
Ozdemir.
Yeah, let's just call him
Osweiler.
Vulcan.
Okay, let's Vulcan.
Brock
So
Osweiler.
this is gonna be a great fight. I'm gonna try and get a picture with Dana White and toss it up, see if you guys like it. But we got a couple exciting weekends coming up for the sports world.
All right, well, that's all we got for you
Yes,
today.
the podcast for today.
Thanks for listening.
Thank you for joining us.
Listen in the near future. We'll have one in a couple weeks up.
Thank you.